What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Give you a quick live video. Give you some information you might already know. Hopefully it's some new information. Basically throwing some information out there on my channel. If you guys are not catching this live feed, basically I am going to be going through a walkthrough how you can get your CDL for free. What's going on, CPAP? How you doing? So I just want to go through a couple options that you might have real quick and the ones that you might know about. So let's get into this real quick. All right, so all of you that are truck drivers now, you guys already know we all spent a lot of money getting our license, right? So we already know $3,000 to $8,000. Some of these schools are $10,000, right? So the first thing you're thinking of, if I'm a new truck driver, what do I do, right? Let me drink my Capri Sun while I do this. So you're going to see a lot of videos on sponsorship programs. I'm not going to talk about that too much. But basically, Swift Academies, all these mega carriers, CRST, you guys can look them up. You already know. They have programs. But is it really free training? It's not, because what you're giving up is your time, because you're going to be signing a year contract. You already know that. I'm not saying that's a bad route. I'm just saying that's a route to go. And of course, it's a fast route. So it's one to take if you don't have the money to go to school, right? Another way you're going to think of is you're going to think of some sort of grants and what to do. The first one that comes to mind is probably Pell grants. If you guys don't know about Pell grants, basically they're grants for you to go to school. Okay, trucking is education. It's a sort of school, but the problem is if you try to get a Pell grant, you're going to find yourself having a hard time finding a trucking school, because Pell grants, they have to be a longer duration, right? So if you're trying to get a Pell grant, you might get approved for it, but finding the trucking school that's a longer duration might be hard. My biggest power tip for that is go ahead, try to find junior colleges or colleges that have truck schools, and if they have an extended program, you might be able to get a Pell grant. Now, I'm letting you know that it's going to be very difficult to get the Pell grant. Now, the other grant is the WIA grant. If you guys don't know about the WIA grant, I'm just going to tell you exactly how to get this. I've talked to a couple of friends that have gotten it in California. I've read and have done extensive research about this on people that have received this grant and basically got their trucking school paid for. So let's talk about the WIA grant, right? Some people are calling it the WIA grant. I don't know how to pronounce it. But let's talk about this real quick. And let's just give you the information you need right away, right? So what is the WIA grant? The Workforce Investment Act, or 1998, assists eligible individuals gain employment by providing financial assistance in the form of a grant for specialized workforce training, right? So it provides a more highly skilled labor pool for employers to select from when filling out vacancies. All right, now all you care about is eligibility, right? Persons include those who have been involuntarily dislocated due to layoff, termination, or unfavorable economic conditions, and are having difficulty finding alternate employments, right? So basically, this WIA grant is helping unemployed people, people that are having a hard time finding a job, okay? People, for example, that are collecting public assistance like food stamps and all. This is a grant to basically help you get the training that you need, okay? Now, how the hell do you get this grant, right? You can look up research for this for days. It's going to be hard to find. So, basically what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to locate a one-stop career center. The One Stop Career Center, all you got to do, guys and gals, Google One Stop Career Center, and it'll show all the One Stop Career Centers near you. Okay? So basically, go to your local career center, right? And all these career centers are sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor and provide the career resources, right? But what you want is how to get this grant so that you can go to truck school, right? So after you go to the One Stop Career Center, speak with a caseworker, right? Now, when you go there, be sure to bring proof of your involuntary discharge, layoff, or termination, and an updated copy of your resume, right? So that you can start this application. I'm letting you know right now, if you are unemployed, if you have a hard time finding work, and you've been seriously trying to find work, or you don't have the right skills right now to get a job, you can apply for this WIA grant, right? Now, go to this One Stop Career Center and get all the information you need. I'm not going to go too much in detail from that because from there, it's a process, right? And depending on what state you're in, the process might be a little bit different. So just go to that One Stop Career Center, Google up One Stop Career Center near you, and it's going to show all the ones, and go in there and say, hey, I would like more information about this WIA grant. And they will lay down everything that you need, okay? Now, here are the frequently asked questions, the FAQs, for the WIA grant, right? So we talked about this a little bit, right? Who is eligible for training funded by the Workforce Alliance, right? You must be 18 or over, laid off, or received laid off notice, receiving reemployment assistance benefits now or in the past, welfare recipients and other low-income residents, right, will take precedent. So if you fit into any of these categories, right, then you know, right? Okay, here's another question people have. What kind of training is available? So we're a trucker channel. We're talking about trucking here, but you may receive training from any of over 40 approved colleges, technical and occupational schools, and other training providers listed in the website, right? So the training opportunities that you can look for, right, you got to go to this website, www.pb, as in boy, calliance.com/jobseekers/training opportunities, right? So it's basically pbcalliance.com/jobseekers/training opportunities, and it'll let you know on that website what the WIA grant will go for. There are like LVN programs, trucking schools. It just gives you all the information you need, right? So, are there income requirements for the WIA funding? So, this is a good question right here. They basically say clarification on your specific situation will be provided during your one-on-one meeting, right? So, basically, your income requirements, right, is basically like they talked about low income. If you don't have the skills, they talk about basically what you need. So the state that you're in will determine if you take priority over other people, right? So if you collect public assistance, then your income, it could help boost that, right? In such. Do you have to have a high school diploma, right? Can I still receive WIA funding if I don't have a high school diploma? Right? Yes, but you first are required to take a test of Adult Basic Education, TABE test. So basically, it's a test, writing, reading, and math, right? And basically from that, the reason why they need you to take this test is they want to make sure that you're capable of passing this program that you're going to go into, right? So, you don't need a high school diploma to get this grant, but what you will need is to take a portion test, okay? Writing, reading, and math. And from that, you have to score high enough to be approved for the grant. And the reason why is because if they think that you can't pass these tests, they think that they're going to be wasting money on you and you won't be passing your training course. Okay. Is a background check required to receive WIA services? No, not to receive services. However, a background check may be required if you are seeking funding for training in medical, financial, or jobs that are requiring licensing. So, if something like licensing, then you definitely are going to need a background check, definitely in trucking, right? Here's a big question that might help you guys. I have been convicted of a crime. Can I still apply for the WIA funding training? Yes, you can still receive training. However, certain fields of study require a license from the state, which may be difficult to obtain if you've been convicted of certain crimes, right? So you have to double check. You have to check with the case study worker there at the One Stop Career Center to see if you actually will approve for this, right? Here's another big question. Can I apply for WIA if I am collecting unemployment from another state? And the answer to that is yes, you can, right? Now, with the WIA program, they talk about your low skill set, being terminated or unemployed from a job to get this grant, right? So a big question is, if you have a bachelor's degree, can you still approve for this WIA grant? And the answer is yes. As long as you show proof that what you're trying to do, you're trying to apply for jobs right now, you're not getting any jobs because your skill set that you have, even with your bachelor's degree, isn't finding you a job. So that's why you will still approve, right? Here's a big question. Once I finish my training, what responsibilities do I have with the Workforce Alliance, right? So when they give you the grant, you find the truck school that's approved for the grant and you pass. Basically, do you owe them money back? And the short answer to that is you do not owe them any money back. What they would like you to do is stay in communication with them until you secure employment, and then basically share your start date, title, and salary. So that's all. Okay. Now, I've done extensive research on this. If you're hungry for this and you want to get your CDL for free, it's definitely a waiting list for this. Some people take a couple months to even 3 months to get approved for this. So, if you're debating about being a truck driver, you're unemployed right now, you're watching this video, you've been going out trying to apply for jobs and you can't find jobs, right? This might be helpful to you. You might as well throw in an application at the One Stop Career Center and see what happens. Okay? Now, basically, from a friend of mine, I asked them that went through the program how their experience was. And basically what they told me was it took them about 2 months to get the grant money, right? They had to take 3 to 4 seminars, right, at the Career Center, basically talking about how to get this grant money. And 5 weeks of work search, they want to know that you've been trying to find a job. Okay? So that's a big thing. They want to know that you're actually trying to find a job and that you can't before they give you this grant, right? You take the 3 tests that I'm talking about, the reading, writing, and math, right? And then after that, they provide a list of the schools that you can go to, and then they pay for the school, including all endorsements and everything that you need to succeed, right? So, if you don't have the money, you're in a situation, you need to grind, you need to find a way to provide for you and your family. You know, this WIA grant definitely can be a way. You know, I just want to give you guys the information out there. I try to keep this short and informational, but I know that, unless you really want to go out and get this, you're not anyways. So the first step, go to that career center, ask about the WIA grant, they'll feed you in the right direction, and they'll let you know, if you could approve for this. But if you're hungry for it, you can get this, you know what I'm saying? So overall, I wish everybody has a great day. You know, I'm not talking badly now about sponsorship training courses with Swift, CRST, and all these other places. You know, they could give you, it could be a faster result. They give you a job. You got to get seat time anyways. When you first start your first 2 years, you're not making that much money. You know, at least you're guaranteed a job and you're going out right away and you don't have to wait a couple months. But if you want to go out and work for your family, if you want to go out and basically control your own destiny, you can get free training, right? So hopefully this information helps. You guys can hit me up on Greenhorn Truckers, my Facebook group. I usually throw entertainment videos, but once in a while, you know, I'll just throw in some gems here and there. This program's been a while here for a while, so I mean, if you guys don't know about it, hopefully this helps. But I'm letting you know, Pell Grant is not easy. The WI grant is going to be a lot easier, and the easiest way, of course, is get sponsorship through a school. So let me see who's on here. Let's see. Give a quick shout out. CPAP, what's going on? Ed, what up? What up? Ku Yang, good morning. Good morning. I was trained by my boss, so I had no out of pocket. Good for you. Mart was good. Let's see, who do we have here? Lisa, happy Saturday. No, I hear you. Rogello, apply for a Costco credit card and sponsor myself for a $1,900 class, 7 months, no interest with it. Interesting. Maybe we should do a video about that. That could be pretty interesting. Fresno Truck Nation. Nice, nice. So we got to look up this Costco thing. Great advice. It will help somebody out there. Hopefully it does. But overall, wish you guys a great Saturday. I thank you guys. I'm going to drink the rest of my Capri Sun. And I'm not sponsored by them. That'd be dope, but I'm not. Peace out, guys.